Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Yesterday, I hooked you guys up with 3 player props in the NBA. They hit. I'm going to show you the receipts for that. I'm also going to give you guys 3 strong teams for this weekend. I'm going to tell you exactly why I believe these 3 teams are very, very strong. Stay tuned for that. But before I continue, guys, let me show you the receipts. And then, like I said, I'm going to hook you guys up with 3 teams that I really like in the NFL. So here's the receipts, guys. Yesterday was, I said, over 9.5 for Messi. He ended up getting 14. And then you got Kevin Huerter, over 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You can see he went way over that, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. The reason I'm taking the Lions, I'm doing something called a hedge. If you don't know what that is, send me a text message, and I'll send you the link to that video. Otherwise, you can search for it right within my channel inside of YouTube. And then inside the VIP, we had the Blue Jackets that came through for us at a 6-3. Now, I've mentioned this in several videos. These are not our plays. These are just hot streaks. So these are just players that have been on a hot streak. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this again. I go through this pretty much every video. And then if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe because we post these as YouTube posters every day. Here's for the shots on goal. I just showed you the touchdowns for the NFL. And like I said, we go through these every day. I'm going to be also including the NBA very soon as well. These are not our final plays. These are just hot streaks. Now, here's the first team that I'm looking at. And then I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you exactly how I'm playing these because this is going to be for the VIP, but I'm going to tell you the strong teams that I'm looking at. Okay, so there's going to be 3 teams that I'm heavily looking at this weekend. The Colts, you can see right here, they're going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are 20% in their last 5 games versus top 10 scoring defenses. The Colts also have the #1 offense in football today. So the Steelers do have a strong pass rush defense. However, the Colts have the #1 offense, which can easily take over that. Beyond that pass rush from the Steelers, the Colts have a very hot streak. It's a 7-1 in the last 8 games. Now, having said that, that goes back to last season, but they have been extremely hot as the #1 offense this season. Now, actually, the line started as the Steelers being favored. You can see right there, -3.5. It's currently now favored for the Colts, -3. That's a significant line move, 8 points from the underdog to a favorite. Whenever any team goes from underdog to favorite, you have to pay attention to that. Specifically, they went from a key number of a +3 to a -3. That's a significant line move that you cannot ignore. So bottom line, I can go through all of these stats, but I'm going to tell you straight up that the better offense is going to outset the better defense. So Colts will be dominating this game. You can see 76% of the bets, 86% of the money is coming in on Indiana. Plus, like I said, the line shifted and it even passed that key number of 3 on the opposite side, which is a -3.5 now. Just a little side note, I'm not taking the over-unders, but you can see the line shifted from a 44.5. It's all the way up to 50.5. If you like these breakdowns, guys, make sure you subscribe. There's 80% of you that are watching this video right now are not subscribed. Take that extra second, subscribe, click on the little notification bell. That way, whenever we also post these posters, you'll see those posters that I mentioned. I have 2 more teams to go through, so stick around. This is not one of the teams I'm going to break down. I'm not actually taking the Patriots, but if you wanted to look at this, you can see the Falcons are 25% in their last 8 games. They're 2-6 in their last 8 games on the road. Another one you might want to consider is fading these horrible dogs is the Raiders. Whenever the Raiders play, you might want to look at fading them. You can see right there, they've only hit 6.2% in their last 16 games whenever they started as an underdog, which this week, week 9 in the NFL, they're starting as underdogs. Now, the Seahawks is the second team I wanted to talk about. This is a simple reason. So the Commanders have an injured quarterback. He's coming back from injury. He didn't play last week. Somewhat of something to make up there because he has an injury on his hamstring. So he's going to be a sitting duck in the pocket. Also, to top this off with that injury, they have one of their top offensive linemen, Laramie Tunsil, which is injured, and he's out as well. So not only do you have a struggling quarterback that's injured, you have the best offensive lineman that is out already as well. Now you can see right here, the projected score is 26-23 to win by the Seahawks. They started as underdogs as a +5.5. Now they're a -3. Again, that shifted from underdog to favorite. That's something you have to pay attention to. Plus, they have 85% of the bets, 81% of the money is coming in on Seattle, plus the line shifted, plus it crossed that key number of -3. Now, this is very important. I want to make a very key indication here. The Seahawks, they're the top 10 defense, plus they're coming off a bye week. So they've had time to study the tape. Plus, like I said, all the injuries on the Commander side. This should be a pretty easy win on the Seahawks if nothing dumb happens. Also, to top it off, the Commanders are on a 3-game losing streak. Plus, like I mentioned, the Seahawks are on a bye week, so they're rested coming against an injured, tired, short week, 3-game losing streak Commanders. Now, before I continue and give you the best team that I really like this week, I've actually been using them and I've been mentioning them since Tuesday. I really like this team for this week. I'm going to be hedging against them. If you don't know what hedging is, look for, like I said, go to my videos on YouTube and then search hedging. If you like these breakdowns, again, make sure you subscribe. Also, take a second to check out the free picks. The link's in the description for that, beastsportspicks.com. You got the free picks right here. And we also started doing Discord, where we're doing live chats. So during the games, we're live and we're throwing plays out there live on Discord. And the tool that I'm showing you that I've been using is the Sharp Edge as well. If you want to learn from us, check out the link in the description. You can click on Learn From Us so you can get some value there as well. All right, last but not least, we got the Lions. You can see right here, the projected score is 29 compared to 27. The Vikings are not that good this year. You can see Detroit opened at a -4.5. It's currently at a -8.5. That crossed that key number of 7. The Lions have the best pass rusher in football right now with Aiden Hutchinson. He's number 1 ranked in the entire NFL. Also, the Vikings offensive line is in shambles. They were ranked dead last against the best passing rush defense. They allowed 5 sacks last week alone. The Lions are also at home. They're well rested and they're coming off a bye week. So they're well rested at home. Also, a little side note, the Vikings are actually on a 2-game losing streak. They're facing one of the better teams in the Lions, and the Lions are rested at home coming off a bye week. This should actually be a very lopsided game. You can see the Detroit Lions are 4-1 covering the spread. If you're going to take this play, like I said, I'm not going to throw out my exact plays. I have those inside the VIP. I have a bunch of plays for the NFL already. I'm going to give you guys, if you sign up for free and we get 10 people sign up for the free plan inside the link in the description, it's literally free. If we get 10 people to sign up today, I'll throw out my parlay that includes the game for tonight, which is Thursday Night Football. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you click on the notification bell and check out the free picks. If we get 10 free picks, if we get 10 people to sign up for the free picks, then I'll throw out an extra pick today. Now, finally, let me go right through everything I just talked about. Shots on goal. These are just hot streaks that are going on. The Steelers are 20% in their last 5 games versus top 10 scoring defenses. The Falcons are 25% in their last 8 games on the road. The Raiders are 6.2% in their last 16 games as underdogs. The Lions are super heavily favored to win. We really like the Colts for all the reasons I stated. The Seahawks should be dominant as well. Then check out the free picks. The link is in the description. All right, guys, that's about it for today. Thank you so much. Let's have another great day. Thank you.